So Fire Emblem Echoes came out recently and it has been a blast. And since I recently did a video ranking my favourite characters for Fire Emblem Fates, I thought now is a good time to do a video ranking my favourite characters for this particular Fire Emblem game. So like with my Fates video, this isn't based on stats or anything, it's just based on the characters themselves, and this is just my personal opinion, so don't get too mad if your favourite character doesn't make it on the list. I'm also only ranking playable characters on this list, so no like the villains or anything beyond this. And feel free to comment your favourite characters from Echoes in the comment section below. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get on with the show. And at number 12 is Luthier. Luthier is a guy who's devoted to mastering magic. His devotion is to the point where his only friend is a cat. He does care an awful lot about his younger sister, but she usually just ends up mocking him. Overall, Luthier is just a guy I feel like I can relate to. He's a pretty nice guy, he's just not that good at socializing instead of many friends. Also, another thing, I just really like his hair color. It just looks really appealing to me. At number 11 is May. May is one of the first characters to get on Celica's route, and she's a very upbeat and energetic character. May definitely has some of my favourite supports in the game. The supports of Celica focus on May's crush on Bowie and she looks to Celica for some advice on it. Meanwhile, the supports of Bowie just really cute interactions between the two. Overall, May is just a very lovable and fun character. She's also really adorable. And at number 10 is Faye. Now Faye is a character that a lot of people seem to hate, calling her a stalker and comparing her to Awakening's Taja and Fate's Camilla. Although to be honest, Faye never really came across as a stalker to me. In fact, now that we're talking about it, Camilla never came across as a stalker either. That's more Taja's stick, if you ask me. No, Faye is more like Katria, Claire and Cordelia in that she has an unrequited crush on the main character. I like them. I find Faye's crush on Alm to be pretty cute. However, what I really like about Faye are her supports of Alm. Since while her C and B supports make it pretty clear that Faye is a thing for Alm, but Alm seems pretty oblivious. But that changes in his A support where Alm reveals that he is aware of Faye's feelings. Which makes him pretty different from two other lords who are pretty oblivious to this kind of thing. Anyway, in their A support, Alm addresses her feelings and turns her down, and Faye accepts this. This is one of the reasons why I like Faye, because her unrequited crush actually gets resolved unlike some of the other girls I mentioned earlier. Overall, I like Faye quite a bit, so I might not like her due to her whole obsession over Alm, but I think it's pretty cute, and at least it gets resolved unlike some of the other girls in the series. And at number 9 is Foresight. Foresight is a member of the Deliverance and is a very passionate guy. And the main reason I like him is just I just like how gung-ho and positive he always is. I also just respect a guy who fights for his dreams, no matter how unlikely they are. At number 8 is Jessie. Jessie is a bit of a philanderer, but makes him similar to other philanderer characters in the series like Sane and Nigo. However, he doesn't come across as much of a bother to women like those characters do. Jessie is just a carefree guy who dreams big and doesn't let things get him down, and that makes him pretty likable as a result. At number 7 is Deltia. Deltia is the younger sister of Luthier and is even more gifted at magic than he is. However, she is interested in training her magic skills. She's more interested in having fun and having a carefree life. This leads to her and Luthier having a lot of fights, like a lot of siblings do. However, even though she denies it, she really does love her brother, which is especially shown in her support of Claire. Overall, despite being a little selfish, Deltia's cheerful attitude makes her really likable. Also, she's really adorable, which will always get you some brownie points in my book. And at number 6 is Est. Now the Pegasus sisters, like most characters in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, didn't have much in the ways of personality, due to a lack of support system in that game. However, thanks to this game's support system, the Pegasus sisters are now much deeper characters, and out of the 3, Est is my favourite. Now Est is a cheerful and chatty girl, and she's the most carefree of the sisters. She's also a bit naive, and she tries to catch a bunch of stuff that's supposed to be pretty amazing, but really it's just junk. Est is just a very likeable and adorable character overall. I do have to give major props to her voice actress though. This game has the best voice acting of any Fire Emblem game, and every character has really good voice acting, but S is one of the more standout ones to me personally, and it made me like the character a lot more. At number 5 is Claire. Claire is the younger sister of Clive, a member of the Deliverance who was rescued by Alm in the beginning of the game, which leads to her developing some feelings for him, and she becomes part of that unrequited love group I mentioned earlier when I was talking about Faye. However, like with Faye, she eventually gets over it and ends up falling for Gray instead. Overall, I like Claire a lot. Supports of Alm, Gray, and Luthier are all pretty good. I like how she's not the typical rich girl who's mean and arrogant and stuff. Instead, being pretty down to earth. Albeit, she's not very knowledgeable about commoners and tends to insult them accidentally. And at number 4 is Lucas. Lucas is a member of the Deliverance, and while he may come across as strict, he's actually very sweet-natured and polite to everybody, and is very calm and collected. He does have his own worries though about coming across as cold, showing that even he is not perfect, which just makes him more human and likable. Like with Est, I feel like Lucas is one of the more better cases of voice acting in this game. His voice is just so appealing to me. And at number 3 is Python. Python is an apathetic character with a cynical outlook on life. However, he's also capable of giving very good advice, as shown in his reports with Lucas and Clive. I also enjoy his reports with Foresight, as they're pretty funny. I just find Python to be a pretty funny character in general, both in cutscenes and in battle, and he's a nice contrast to the rest of the members of the Deliverance. And like with Est and Lucas, he's one of the most standout voice performances in my opinion. At number 2 is Tobin. Tobin is one of Alm's villager friends, and he seems to be a pretty competitive guy, as he competes with Alm in order to see who's better at fighting, and he competes with Gray over winning Claire's heart. However, he ends up losing on both fronts, but he doesn't let either loss keep him down. In the case of Alm, Tobin realizes that he's a part of Alm's strength and accepts this role, even though he isn't too happy about it, and in the case of Gray, Tobin gives Gray his blessings over Claire. All this makes Tobin more relatable and likable as a result. He's also a huge source of comic relief in all through the game, and he's given me quite a few chuckles, so overall Tobin's a pretty cool guy that I like a lot. But there's one character I like a bit more than him. Now before we move on to number 1, here's a few honorable mentions who didn't make the list, but I still think are pretty good characters. And my number 1 favorite character in Fire Emblem Echoes is Alm. Alm is the male protagonist of the game, and when I went into playing this, I was surprised at how much I ended up liking Alm. Alm is a likable, kind-hearted, courageous, albeit naive young man who has a loving family and isn't afraid to show his emotions. And speaking of emotions, I said before how I really like Est, Lucas, and Python's voices, but Alm's voice actor, Kyle McCarthy, really takes the cake when it comes to voice actors in this game. His performance was phenomenal, with the only performance to rival him being Ian Sinclair as the villain Bakut. Overall, Alm has quickly become one of my favourite lead characters in the Fire Emblem series, and is a top contender of my favourite lead character period. Anyway, that's the end of my list, so don't forget to put who your favourite characters in the game are in the comments below. Anyway, that's all time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.